It's big this and not the little
Show off.
Let's get into it. Hello, my beautiful stones and gems. Welcome to the Medusa Show.
Medusa.
Hi.
Medusa.
I am your host, Medusa. This is the Medusa Show. Let's get into it.
Medusa show. Medusa show off. Medusa show off. Medusa show off. Medusa. Medusa show off. 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 Medusa. Show off. Show off. Show off. Show off. Medusa show off. Medusa show off. Medusa show off. Show off. Show off. Medusa. Show off. Medusa show off. Show off. Medusa show off. Show off. Show off. Medusa. Show off. Medusa show off. Show off. Medusa show off. Show off. Show off. Show off. Show off.
Hello, my beautiful stones and gems, period. Thank you for clicking this video. I am your host, Miss Mama Medusa, and this is the Medusa Show. Y'all gonna have to give me a second. I literally just finished running up the steps, and I'm pregnant, and I'm already out of breath. But to the left, to the right of me, we have the lovely Darren Green. Hi, friend. How you doing?
What is going on? What is up, YouTube? In TikTok? Are you on TikTok Live?
I'm not, but I can. Every time I go on TikTok, they throw me off. But
they throw you off?
Yeah.
You want to see if you want to go on, and then you can just add me on?
I can. I feel like
I feel
like that's gonna we can, yeah. I feel like I might be a little overstimulated, but
not overstimulated, yeah.
No,
I mean, it's been a minute since I've been on live, honey, over there on the Clark app.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because all you got to do is just go live and then just add me on. You know how the little squares.
Hi, Sabrina. Thank you for clicking.
What is going on? What is tea? Hey.
We have a lot to discuss in very little time.
Very little time. We got a hard stop?
No.
Okay. All right. Just was wondering. Cause
I'd like to be done.
I was about to be like, "What you drinking, honey?" But I know you drinking water, honey.
I ain't drinking nothing but what is it? Jesus is water. Jesus juice.
Oh, I thought you was about to say some Saratoga or what's that? Not the Saratoga, honey.
Ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
I don't know.
Let me know when you get live.
Okay. Let me do a countdown.
Okay.
Okay. Because y'all know I'm an old lady. There's no echo on your end. Like, yeah, it's an echo, but it's fine.
Turn your phone down.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Okay, because they still should be able to hear us.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So we have a lot to talk about in very little time.
Oh, girl, what is up with this?
I don't know. See, I was we were gonna get overstimulated, but we have to talk about JayZ. It's a lot of coon activity. Ooh,
It
child.
is.
It is a lot of raccoon behavior. I have to censor myself because I'm online. I'm on live. I'm on TikTok live and I'm on Instagram. Make sure I click the link in my bio and make sure I give this video a thumbs up. Hey, Zarina sister. Hey, girl. We have a lot to talk about. We have to talk about JayZ, Carisha Please, Shaka Khan, defending Ike Turner.
That was left field. Ugh.
Not really. Druski and Ericka Kirk, Usher and J. Cole defending Diddy. A lot of abuse apologists are on the docket.
Not the abuse apologists, honey.
Who else? We can talk about Ray Montes.
Did you bring up Chilli?
Chilli MAGA.
MAGA.
Nick Cannon, Amber Rose, and Ray Monte has a new clothing line.
Wait. Go. I know about Raymond. I know about that. But there was a whole situation. You want to talk about that situation with the whole back and forth?
If we have time.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start off with something light and eerie, shall we? And make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Ericka Kirk is pissed off with Druski for dressing up in whiteface. We're gonna play the clip. And we're gonna get into it. Where's this bitch at?
Not where's this bitch? Who, child?
On your feet, boy!
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. We are all his children.
Child, and I bet you Ericka is not listening to no fucking Katy Perry. Let's just be very clear on that. But that was funny.
What do you think she's listening to? Probably like I was gonna say the rodeo.
Try that in a small town. Like them them country mofos.
She's a Swiftie.
I don't see her as a Swiftie.
No.
I don't know. Anyway, who cares? She's freaking dumb. Anyway.
She more mad at him than she is with the nigga that.
Didn't she say something like, "Oh, now if I did blackface, then that would be a problem"? And I'm like, "Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Nobody's
go ahead and do it.
Go ahead.
Nobody's stopping. Y'all been doing it. Y'all been doing it. But see, the problem is, and I said this on the show, shameless plug, when the rabbits got the gun. It's all. Oh my goodness, whoopty whoop, whoopty wop, and oh my god, like he can't do this, and like nah. Y'all been playing these games. Y'all been playing these reindeer games since the dawn of this goddamn country.
Yeah, and
we getting our get back.
Right, that's it. That's all. Real quick, hey Shamar, come on,
hey,
come on, hips and body.
No, I was about to say this legs and
okay. We can move on to Shaka Khan. Are we, or did y'all want to talk about Tokyo Tony?
We gonna do. We can do both. I mean, we can start off with Shaka. Get ready, because we got to talk about one old auntie that's bitter and just out of touch with reality. Then we got to talk about another one. I'm gonna say it.
What I'm not gonna let you do is compare Shaka Khan to that black teeth, black gum having ass Tokyo Tony. That's what we're not gonna do. They're both, and this pains me to say this because I'm gonna say I am a huge Shaka Khan fan. We talk about the divas, Shaka Khan, Aretha Franklin. I'm real old school with mine, so that's like my Shaka Khan, and then I'll throw Nina Simone and Billie Holiday. I know that's taking it all the way back, but those are okay.
To the limit, to the fine.
Don't do that. What you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? Let's not play with Shaka now. But
I ain't playing with her. I'm just saying
I will
the woman
say that
talked too much.
I was really disappointed in her comments. I'll just play the clip and then we can get into it.
There and
Did you know Tina Turner?
I met her a few times.
Because she was in Switzerland.
I knew Ike more. I knew Ike.
Oh,
I knew him.
Was he a bad guy or a good guy?
No, he was a lovely human being.
Yeah.
He was
Had a bad
victimized. He was a
temper.
victim, of himself and of of what we do for a living and of drugs and stuff like that. It was just, and me too. I was we were having fun together, but it was not, a good time in either of our lives. We were going through some shit, but shit happens. It's life. I mean, I'm like every human being. I've been there, done that. I've overcome, and I'm still here to talk about it. Thank.
Yeah. That's your auntie.
You didn't hear the soundbite, Darren. You gotta do it again.
They didn't hear it?
No, I didn't hear it. Yeah, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed to say the least. But I'm not surprised. I'm able to separate the artist from the art. And I can say that while Chaka Khan makes great music, it appears that Chaka Khan is a bird and abuse apologist.
Yeah. It also gave a little male-centered. Sprinkle a little male-centeredness around in there. It gave very much that. You know what it kind of reminded me of?
Well, let's be clear. All birds are male-centered. That's what makes you a bird. Go ahead.
She kind of reminded me of Rashida in that moment where she was kind of denying the fact that K. Michelle got her ass beat. He's a victim of what she say? A victim of what? Life.
I didn't take it like that. I took it as like, yeah, he beat her ass, and so what? And I agree with Zareen. I think it was. Listen, let me say this. See, this is why Tina Turner ain't fuck with you niggas. Now, let's just get it out there. Tina Turner was getting her. It was common knowledge that Ike was whooping Tina Turner's ass.
Yes.
And the black community didn't care and was just like, oh well, I mean, you knew what it was when you got with him, and you're making all this money, and they blamed women like they usually do when it comes to abusive men. And we're gonna see that continue with this whole Diddy conversation. So that's that. Yeah, it's giving male centered real bad. And it wasn't until she went over to Europe. I hate to say this, when she went to Europe, that's when they were like, "Oh my God, you poor defenseless woman! That man did what he did to you. That's horrible." And that's why she doesn't. That's why she didn't mess with us like that. And I can't blame her. Now, that's not an excuse for her to because Tina Turner was also anti-black now.
Well, in what way? Let me stop.
But I mean, this is the same community that still makes jokes about that movie and shit, that horrible movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Chaka Khan, I love you to death.
Wait, what horrible movie you talking about?
Tina Turner's movie.
What's love got to do with it? That was a classic.
Yeah, I'm saying, but people be making jokes about it and shit.
Oh yeah, they making jokes in.
Right. I'm looking at the comments on TikTok. Back in Ike and Tina, abuse was more acceptable as well. I feel like it's just as acceptable as it is now. Look at people still defending Diddy. Like, ain't nothing changed. No shade.
I think something has changed just a little bit. Like, people, it was more on a hush hush back then. People really didn't call out Ike, and there was no platform for people. There was no social media. It was different back then. It was widely accepted. A lot of the stuff now, you're not seeing the same stuff.
I feel like it's still widely accepted though. Like a lot of
there will never be another Diddy. I don't believe it. I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so. With all
you think so?
Yes, with all the people that are defending him, there'll always be another Diddy. Look at the Chris Browns, look at the Trey Songz. Like, as long as we have the Chaka Khans of the world, the Diddy apologists, look at R. Kelly. If R. Kelly got released from jail, he would have a sold out concert. Like, as long as we still have people, as long as we still have people that are willing to defend these people, these abusers will always exist. But listen, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I'm live on YouTube. Y'all click the link in my bio. I think it's more Diddy's. They just haven't been exposed. Hey, listen, these stats who ain't never lied. We have to move on. Tokyo Tony. Black lip bastard. You black gums having ass wench.
Yeah, walrus, as Tia was saying.
I got that clip too. What the fuck is wrong with Tokyo Tony? What is wrong with her, y'all?
Everything, girl. Everything is wrong with Tokyo Tony.
That is a demonic woman. I'm gonna play the clip and we're gonna get into it.
Come on.
Man, if she walked in that door, I would Marvin Gaye that bitch. I would Marvin Gaye her and deal with whatever I got to deal with. That's how much I hate her ass. I will Marvin Gaye this bitch. And watch her bleed the fuck out. And then call 911. Come pick this devil the fuck up off my floor. I'm a Marvin Gaye that bitch. Angela. I'm so fucking mad. Bitch, you dirty mother. She a dirty motherfucker to me, bitch. I can't stand her ass. I wish I would have got an abortion. I don't give a fuck who say it's harsh. Nah, I wish I would have got an abortion. And if she died today tomorrow, she going to hell.
And honey, if that's the case, you going right there with her.
And I can guarantee that even still, with all these clips of what Tokyo says about her, now imagine if this is what she says on the internet about daughter, imagine what she says behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors.
I can only imagine, and you know there's always going to be some airhead that's like, well, that's still your mama. That's still your mama.
Yep, they're gonna have them Bible verses saying, "Oh, your days are longer" and all that bull crap. Yep, they are still going to sit there and say that. And to that I say, girl, fuck you.
And my mama. And your mama.
Okay, girl, fuck you. I think the thing is, Black China is showing boundaries, and Tokyo is not feeling it. I said it on the show. I said, look, she probably denied her that $20 fix. You're not getting the $20 so you can get yourself fixed. I'm sorry. It's not happening. You better find that $20. You better go out, like Tia said, go out and start door dashing and working for your shit. And that's probably why she got mad.
No, I think it's deeper than that. I think she's jealous and envious of her daughter. And the sad part is like, Black women be saying shit like this to their daughters all the time. Maybe not as extreme as the Marvin Gaye, but I'm threatening them. I'll take you into this world. I brought you to this world. I'll take you out.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hell. Like, that's something that I would hear a lot growing up. Like, them weaponizing hell and this and the third.
It's very specific. It's very specific that she says Marvin Gaye, because it's like, and I didn't even know this because I'm a little young, and my best friend had to actually tell me. Look. I didn't know his dad was jealous of him, and he killed Marvin Gaye.
Yes, that's.
I always thought he died. Like, he just died. Like, I didn't know.
No,
I never knew he was killed.
Yes, he was murdered, but unmurdered. Sorry, I'm on TikTok, but
unalived.
He was unalived by his father. But like, there was also I'm only a little bit older than you, bitch.
Oh.
So I don't know all the details either. But
I'm 28 to be exact. Yeah, I'm 28 to be exact. Yeah, I just had a birthday.
Congratulations, happy birthday. We gotta do our party. We have to hurry up and get this baby needs to hurry up and drop.
Oh, now you really sound like Faith. I said, how far are you along?
I don't even know. This baby about to come out of me. And her
Shut
mom
up.
like,
That sounds so...
Shut up. Okay, I'm sorry. I read the comments. Hey, HB Fly and her mom is performative now that she had some bit of attention. Right, this is the most attention. Clock it. This is the most attention that she's ever got. She don't ever get no attention unless she's talking shit about China. And if we're being honest, Carlissa, you cut from the same cloth, bitch, because you really don't ever get no attention unless you're talking about either Krayshawn or your son.
Hold on. Wait. Because you was about to say something with the Marvin Gaye thing. You said you wasn't that old.
I think it was something something about him being gay, wasn't it?
Oh, girl, I knew you was about to say that. Yeah, well, they said that was also the thing too, that his dad didn't approve. Well, from what I heard, they said the dad was too,
right?
And he was kind of jealous of the son because the son was living this. I don't know, child.
Right, I don't know. I need to do my research and do a deep dive on what's going on.
Not his dad was a cross dresser.
Right. Wait, hold on. I don't want to just be putting all this information out. Ooh, don't read that part.
Well, we can't read that, y'all.
Don't read that part. Girl, I don't know. I believe you. I just can't. I just don't even. I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, Marvin Gaye and his daddy had a treacherous relationship, which is what led to his demise. And so the fuck did Tokyo Tony and Andrew. And Tokyo, bitch, I'm Brokio, in the words of Kaya. I'm gonna play the clip of Tia reading Tokyo, and then we can move on.
Tokyo, it's time for you to go get yourself saved, girl. Real talk. This shit is sad. It's sad. And it's coming from a mother and a grandmother. I don't know what the fuck I would do if I couldn't see my grandchildren. So I can understand why you spazzing out, hoe. Bitch, if you don't go get you some help and get your ass up off that bad weed, bitch, I know something. You've been going off for 30 days and 30 nights, ho. It's a demon in you, bitch. It is a demon in you, ho, because I couldn't be on no internet talking about my beautiful daughter. My beautiful daughter. Your daughter has changed her life for the better. It's something your old dusty ass need to do. Bitch, if you don't keep my name out your raggedy ass, walrus ass, dark ass, tunnel vision ass mouth, ho, I know something. I know why you're mad, bitch. You ain't had no motion since you got that check from Auntie's podcast. That's why you ain't got that BMW truck no more, that little Mercedes, none of that shit. Now you're riding back around in that $2,000 Altima that's breaking down on you every time you go to Wendy's or Starbucks. You going live from your car. You ain't got no motion. You're door dashing. Bitch, I be jealous of China and Tia too, ho.
You gotta love Tia because you know what? Tia will always read you down, and it's a necessary read.
Good old Florida read.
She said, "Go. You over here driving that same 2009 Altima, and you're door dashing." I was like, "Damn, now she door dashing."
She dashing food, dashing coochie. She doing whatever she got to do to get her fix, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad Tia said it. Because I'm going to be honest, when Black China first came out and was saying that she getting saved and was peddling that Jesus juice, I was the first one that was like, girl, get on. I don't believe, whatever, bitch. Because that's, that's what the girls do. When they get washed up, they get concerned and they turn to Jesus. But I will say that China has been doing her thing. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Angela. We're going to be respectful. Angela is doing her thing. She's staying out of trouble. She's sober, and I'm proud of her. Genuinely. I say that genuinely. So, yeah, these things I would never want to get into it with someone from Florida. Listen, Tia Kemp, you are a gem. We have to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on. What's next?
Lord.
We could do JayZ.
Oh, Lord.
Or we could do
the Jigga Man.
Either we would do JayZ or we could do Carisha.
Let's do Carisha.
Okay. Do I have the clip? I do. So Carisha had an interview with we're gonna go all the way in on her. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Charmaine the Goddess.
Yes. Carisha had an interview with Charlamagne. Y'all remember when
Charlamagne? Girl, what?
I forgot who it was. I think it was Webby that called him that. So she sat down. They talked about an array of things, but the biggest clip that went viral was her talking about Diddy. I'm gonna play the clip and we'll get into it.
Of serious allegations and legal issues. How do you reconcile the person you knew with the headlines everybody else sees?
I think in life you always get put in something or a situation where you gotta make a life decision and you gotta look back and say like, what makes sense for me right now? Like I can love this person, but I can love this person from a distance, or I can have a relationship with this person, but maybe I gotta come back to it. Like maybe I got to come back around. And I think that was one of those situations.
You wrote a letter vouching for Diddy's character. And a lot of people were upset because they was like, how could she do that after seeing the video with Cassie? A lot of people wanted to know why you decided to still write that letter.
I think I wrote a letter for a change man. I think that the man that I met and that I experienced would change. I'm not going to justify some bullshit or like support some if I felt like that person was a change. And I felt like the person that I met was changed. It was a different experience. So
I just feel like, and he just changed.
And this
Girl,
is
shut up.
fucking nobody say, Carisha, you're not a girl's girl. And just like Shaka Khan, you just a young ass version of Shaka Khan. For real. Like, y'all.
Yeah, but at least Shaka Khan had talent.
You're right. I shouldn't compare her to the greats. But
Come on.
I'm talking about in terms of the mentality. Okay? Like,
it's so crazy how she like really ignored the whole Cassie aspect of that question to say, I wrote this for a change man. Like, what the hell does that even mean? Like, I think Carisha really thinks that when he gets out, because I don't know if he's going to get out when he gets out early or he's going to get out on his time. She thinks that when he gets out that she's going to still be getting the $200K monthly. And you're not going to be doing that. You're not going to be doing that. No, you might have to work for free because that shit is going to hurt his pockets. His pockets is getting hurt. And then he got mad kids. You think he going to deal with your ass? He didn't even like you like that. Like, it really was an aesthetic.
Well, we don't know what he has. She ain't got nothing. That's why she running behind him to begin with.
You gonna clean? You need to make best with your bestie JT and bring back the City Girls instead of trying to be somebody's goddamn urinal for $200K.
Have some respect for yourself. And you know what, Carisha? Let's call a thing a thing. You don't give a fuck about Cassie. You don't give a fuck about any of these girls because you're getting your bills paid. And like that's what a lot of these women are like. And it goes back to Shaka Khan. Girl, Shaka was just like how Shaka was getting high with Ice. Carisha getting high off that Tootsie with Diddy. Carisha was getting her bills paid. Carisha, and that's really all it takes. All you hoes need is a bag, and a pair of Balenciaga shoes, and y'all willing to, or it does Balenciaga, she do. That's all y'all need is some designer clothes, and y'all willing to sell your whole entire soul. And I can't get with it. I can't get with it.
And people will remember this. People will remember exactly, what I thought she was weird even when she said she would be her gay son child if she had a gay son. It's with me with Carisha, girl. You're common.
Very common.
Very common.
A common bitch from the slums of Miami City.
Yeah.
Liberty City, wherever the fuck you.
At least JT is trying to be something. Even though it ain't really working like that. She's not.
Don't you play with that bitch? She is the princess of rap. Okay. Cinderella. What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, City Cinderella was cute. That was cute.
She's the princess.
But I'm sorry that if you want to stand up right with the bad bitch, like she was like, I was like, okay, girl. Ooh. Like
she's trying something new. She's experiencing.
I feel like she's trying to make something of herself, and it may not. She may not be getting like the looks or whatever, and this, that, and the third. But Carisha, what the hell are you doing? You're having interviews.
You mean the fashions and stuff?
She's not. I wouldn't say she's not getting like the traction. That's what I meant to say, traction.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not really.
Well, okay. Well, Carisha's show, that podcast and came and went.
It came and went.
Carisha ain't got nothing going on.
You ain't got. What are you even doing an interview for?
Because she ain't got nothing going on, and she got to get. Well, that's
or it's all part of the plan. this all happened at the same time. We saw the Usher interview, him talking positive about Diddy. This interview came out. You have nothing else to promote, but then you talked about the situation with Diddy. And then J. Cole. And my whole thing is, you know, my mutual on here, child, I love her down. That's Hoochie God. Yeah. When I tell you she broke down why she called J. Cole a freaking Karen.
A liberal white woman is what
a liberal white woman. You throw your rock and hide the hand, but you only do that shit when it comes to men. But when you came for No Name, you kept that diss up. You kept what you set up, and you felt away because first of all, she wasn't even talking about your ass, but you thought you inserted yourself in a hit dog a holler. Mm-hmm. But now my whole thing is you don't want to. Oh, I didn't want to show that of Diddy because I want to kick a man while he's down.
I have the clip.
Yeah, explain that.
Nah, you know what? I damn near wish I could because it's such an ill story.
Right.
You know what I mean? But matter of fact, we did a podcast, me and Eve, like a year and a half ago, where we kind of ran through like the first part of my career up until Forest Hills Drive.
Right.
And we had a bonus episode that was the whole episode was just about that night.
Okay.
And that altercation, right?
Right.
And we was gonna put it out because at that time, you know what I mean? Like me and Puff, like we hadn't had no problem for years. Even after that, like it was cleaned up quick and we was in a good spot.
Right.
But you know, Puff was on the song that I had on off season and like, so we was gonna put it out thinking like, yo, it's cool. Like enough time has passed, he ain't gonna feel no way, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
And then all the shit happened with him.
Right.
And I was just like, nah, it felt like damn near like kicking a man when he's down. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It was like it would have gave the news in the world more ammo.
I got what you're saying.
Just destroy this dude.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time to put it out. It
wasn't a good time. So similarly right now, it's like, I want to tell it because it's ill, but I'm like, nah.
But it did happen.
Oh, no, it happened.
I have say something real quick. You know, it's so funny you want to talk about timing. But when you got into it with No Name, this was at the peak of 2020. This is when we were during the lockdown, you know, all the politics, Black Lives Matter, and all of the things. And you decided, instead of making a song for the people, you decided to make a song and waste the time in the studio, tisk, and whacking your fingers at a Black woman and tone policing her about her tone. Like you didn't even, so not only do you not address men, but you don't even address white men either. You're a coward.
Yeah, the whole thing with Lil Pump, right? Like Lil Pump that was a whole situation. He kind of pressed him a little bit, and then it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing with Lil Pump, but he definitely copped the plea.
You steady copping, please.
Yeah.
And I'm embarrassed because J. Cole really was my favorite rapper. Like J. Cole and Andre 3000, I was a huge Cole fan. I'm talking about even back when I was in high school, it was J. Cole and Juicy J. Like those were the mixtapes that I was listening to real heavy back then.
I'm about to be one of those TikTokers that always said, I always had an issue. I always had an issue with this person. No, I always never liked J. Cole. And for the first part, I didn't like his fans because I felt like a lot of his fans and people that got into his music, not talk about you, but I'm just saying a lot of like,
I don't want to be a part of that anymore.
Because it was always a social media type of conversation. It was like, well, if you don't listen to J. Cole, that means you're just not smart. Like you don't understand the complexity and the versatility and the lyricism of what he's talking about. So you're basically saying if you don't like J. Cole music, you're dumb.
Well,
and
I'm like, the same way about Kendrick.
And I'm like, first of all, I get what he's saying. I get the music. It's just not freaking moving me.
Like what? I don't know. I used to love. I don't know.
No. I like that one song that he did, which was, and I don't like hit songs. I like album music. Villuminati. That was a good one.
I think that must be on a different album because there was one album.
That was one of his old stuff. That was his old stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. There was Friday Night Lights was great. There was just one album that he made was like King of Codeine when he was like talking about like drugs, ice, and like how it's influencing the youth. I didn't get into her. But other than that,
Kendrick fans don't call people dumb if they don't get into the music.
They don't call them dumb, but like they're like, oh, you just don't understand hip hop. You just don't understand real rap when it comes to Kendrick, and it's just like, okay, like I just feel like
some of his shit is whack. Come on.
Who, Kendrick?
I mean, did you hear that one song he did? This dick ain't free. Like, bitch, what? No, some of his shit is corny. like I gotta be honest.
I just don't. I think that he's fake woke. Like when he said he wanted show me something natural, like Richard, some prior afros or something.
Yeah.
A bitch with a bust down. Thought he had a bust down. It's like, girl, what are you talking about? Or he showed like a mixed girl or something, like a biracial girl with like loose hair. Like, bitch.
Like, no, that's really how he was saying. You know that song, Medusa. You heard that song. Girl, it's a real song. He was like, this dick ain't free. Like, bitch, what the fuck did you say?
Well, we have to move on to that. So yeah, fuck Diddy. F Carisha, F J. Cole, and last but not least, we gotta put Usher Raymond on the list too. Now, Usher, you bring your wide, you and your bussy, you busted down bussy, you bring your
not bussy.
Yes, you and all the bumps that you have around it. Now let me stop, because now I'm shaming the girls. But fuck that nigga. I don't care. I don't like Usher. And I'm gonna play the clip and then we're gonna get into it.
This might be a bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we now stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history, but in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented. I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws, but I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as Black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created. And I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him as legacy. Yeah.
So, to be clear, you're saying forget all the harm that this man has done to women, men, and children, boys and girls. Forget Cassie. Forget Kim Porter.
Forget what he did to you.
Because this man has done, allegedly. We gotta say allegedly. Allegedly, right? Even though we don't know it's true. This man has done so, but forget all that. Because of what he's done for the culture, you only want to acknowledge what he's done for the culture, and you're gonna just completely turn a blind eye to all the harm that he's done. You're a sellout. You're a coward. And it's like, my thing is like, you don't have to say anything, Usher. You could have remained silent with your bitch ass.
Yes. I think that they're coaching these celebrities, these puppets, to speak highly of Diddy because Diddy is trying to appeal and he's trying to get out. He's trying to get early release. And that's why I say all of this is planned. The Carisha interview, the Usher interview, hell, maybe even J. Cole saying his little one too. Because at the end of the day, these people didn't have to say anything about Diddy, but they chose to.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a coincidence that all of this happened all at once. No, there's something at play here with Diddy and his camp. And for Usher to sit there, you're only saying that because you were the very few that were able to benefit. Granted, you probably did get abused by him, but you did have a career that, you get to freaking have Vegas residencies and shit. People still come to see you eating a cherry and stuff. I don't know why, but they want to see you eating a cherry at your fossilized age. But, the thing is, you benefited from it, and had you not, and had you been like those other people that ended up dying or freaking poor because they didn't make it, you'll be singing a different tune.
Well, maybe he doesn't have that much money to begin with, and maybe that's why he's running behind with with what's his name? The guy in Thailand, Russell Simmons.
I mean, he's doing Vegas residencies though, right? That I mean, that's money.
I don't know. It's just odd. It's just like is he still your daddy? Is he still your sugar daddy? Like I don't get it.
I think so. You're getting into fights with Justin. What happened there?
Yeah.
You know, inquirers' minds would like to know.
Because you can't tell me that they wasn't passing Justin Bieber around allegedly, just like they was passing as well. Because I've said this before, and I wish I had the clip. There is a viral video. It's not viral. There's like a secret closeted, no pun intended, video of not Usher. It's Justin Bieber, Trey Songz, and who is that light skinned football player?
Cordell?
Cordell.
No, not Cordell, honey, not him. Yeah. I know who you talk about. It's oh my god.
His pretty self. They are in the. Have you seen it?
I've seen it, and then Justin like peeked. He was bent over doing something.
They're in the club, and if I can find the clip, I'll insert it later on the replay. But they're in the club. It looks like it's only men in the club. I don't see no women there. And the camera turns on, the light flashes, and we see Justin Bieber getting up off his knees.
I'm like, girl.
Well, what was you doing on your knees? And he looked high and drunk as hell.
Yeah, it Holly weird. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so I could see them passing him around, and now he all strung out, probably to deal with the pain.
Yeah,
allegedly,
child. Everything's alleged.
Yeah. But yeah, fuck Usher, you spineless, dirty dick, ooh, bastard. And you know what? I'm gonna just say this.
Let it burn. Ooh.
Wow. This is no shade. This is no shade to people who have sexually transmitted diseases. Like, that's not what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
It's specifically to this. This is pointed at this person specifically. And then I also want to point out that this is the same man who was talking about during when he got his acknowledgement or lifetime achievement award from BET. He was like, this is the year of the fathers, and it's a lot of dirt that's been put on my name. This happened like 2 years ago. I don't know if you remember this. You probably don't, because nobody gives a fuck about Usher. Nobody says the fucking stuff.
Yes.
When he was accepting his award, he went on this tangent about like black fathers and how people was playing on his name, but he's a black father at the end of the day. And it's like, and here you are, a father with a daughter and sons, and you over here, defending an abusive, just disgusting, deplorable man. You are trash.
Yeah.
And just like how Diddy was going upside Cassie's head, I'm sure he was doing the same shit to you. He probably would to this fucking day as soon as he gets out. I don't want to hear. I'm almost tempted to not even listen to his music anymore. Fuck him.
I mean, I don't really listen to Usher like that either. That was my mom's favorite artist.
I do. You gonna stop playing? Okay.
Wait, no, I'm dead.
We're literally 3 years apart.
Oh my God, Medusa, why is it? It's not about you.
Your mom's favorite music is crazy.
No, she really is big fans of Usher. She really is. She went to the concert. She went to her and Trey Songz. Now, see, I was a Trey Songz person,
Oh, God, no.
Yeah, I had to get away from that because he in the scat play. I heard allegedly.
What scat play?
Honey, that's when they be letting it out from the backside and playing with it and throwing it on the other person. It's
is that shit? Ew, are you serious?
That's what I think that girl Selena Powell said, or some girls they were saying he in the scat play, girl.
He likes painting the girls?
Not painting, girl. It's painting if he ain't bottoming.
So he's making them shit? I'm confused.
No, he's shitting on them.
That's what I said. Isn't okay.
Okay, yeah, I guess in that case it is painting. He's
not bottoming, he's just shitting.
That's what I heard. Allegedly. Everything's alleged. My name is alleged. Like
I'm sorry, the women that okay. All right.
He another one that's a hothead too. He weird.
He's weird as fuck. And so is Tank. Real quick, Tank, with your tired ass, the fact that Tank brought out Trey Songz during the versus battle. I know this is the uncles battle.
You got the video?
I don't. I told you I ain't got it. But Tank, Trey Songz, all y'all are weird as shit. All right, let's move on.
Yeah, all the R&B niggas really. Even I was about to say not Neo, but no, Neo, you freaking polygamous.
Yeah, I mean, I throw Neo in the same category as Nick Cannon.
Not Nick Cannon, though. Not Nick Cannon.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Nick Cannon. I mean, let's just since we're on the topic of Nick fucking Cannon. It's a whole lot of MAGA.
It's a whole lot of MAGA in this motherfucker.
A lot. Should we talk about Chilli Mac or should we talk about Nick Cannon's ass?
Let's warm up with Nick Cannon.
Okay. So Nick Cannon and Amber Thorne was running around. I don't know where they're at, but they're in a car and they're talking about the Democratic Party. I'm going to play the clip and then we're going to move on.
Part of the Republican Party?
That's right. Former Democrat, former liberal.
Yeah.
I was a liberal Democrat my whole life.
Is that because the bag has got so intense and so heavy that you had a whole nother, you up there with the elite now? Or?
Not even close. Not even close. Democrats don't care about black people.
Okay,
and they don't care about people. They don't care about people of color. And the Republicans do, and that's the misconception.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%.
Thank you,
People don't
man.
know that the Democrats is the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Yep.
I mean, both of you and I have some conservative views. You just a little bit more outspoken about it than I am. And I honestly don't subscribe to neither party. I rock with W.E.B. Du Bois when he said there's no such thing as two parties. It's just one evil party with two different names. So
yeah, I mean, look, I listen, I'm not married to any party.
Right.
I voted for Donald Trump because we had two options and he was definitely by far the better option for us. And as of now, I agree with a lot of things that he's doing.
Cleaning house.
Yeah.
He doing what he said he was
Guess
gonna
what?
do.
If there's a time where I don't agree, I'll say I don't agree.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Sure. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Real quick, you're saying Amber Rose. I know where I want to start. Amber Rose, I want you to go back to sucking dick. I like you so much better when all we knew you for was sucking dick and who the fuck you was associated, what male rapper you was associated with. I liked you better when that's what we knew you for. I'm tired of hearing your hot takes, and then you over here talking about how the Democrats don't care about black people. Well, I thought you wasn't black anyway.
Come on.
Since when the fuck was you an advocate for black folk?
Come on.
No tragic mulatto ass the fuck down, bitch. You the main one talking about how the black community don't accept you, and this is why. Because you are a fucking raccoon.
Yeah.
You dirty, fucking, demonic ass bitch. I don't fuck with her. I don't mess with anyone that's associated with her. Fuck Wiz Khalifa too, because you cannot tell me that this bitch just woke up out of nowhere spewing this hateful ass rhetoric towards the black community. You laid down and had a baby with this fucking trollop? Okay.
Oh, not a trollop, honey. Oh, Lord.
Now, I'm gonna let you go before I
now,
go.
Now, as for Nick Cannon, talking about, you got to understand that the Democratic Party was founded on the KKK, and they, the Republicans are the ones that freed the slaves. You know why they freed the freaking slaves? You freaking lunatic.
For money.
You freaking scumbag. They freed the damn slaves because slavery was becoming too expensive. Lincoln even said it himself. Now, that's the Republican. He even said it himself. If there was a way to make slavery cheaper, we would still keep this shit going. That's why he freed the slaves. That's why.
And took all the job opportunities away from us so we can still work for free. Then you want to talk about, then you want to talk about, the KKK and the Democratic Party was built on that. Well, yeah, the Democratic Party goes back 200 years ago. 200 years ago, we were enslaved.
Yes.
Or maybe 300. Yeah, like, whatever.
But y'all keep on going to the past when it comes to Democrat, Republican. What about now? I'm sorry, but I don't feel safe in this administration. I don't feel safe with conservatism. You know, I think that the Democratic Party has its faults. And I felt like what he said about not really picking a side and not being a part of any of, lesser of the two evils. Yeah, I get that. Fine. But if that's the case, then I think you need to give you need to give it to the right just as much as you're giving it to the left.
Right.
And it's imbalanced with you. It's imbalanced with you, Nick.
And he even said, he was like, me and you share political views. I just don't say it out loud. Oh, well, say it out. Well, we don't really care. We don't. Say it again.
Honk.
We don't really care to hear your political views anyway. I want you to go take care of them kids. The Mexican-looking kids and the mulatto kids that you got. Go take care of them. Bitch, we know you don't like black people. That's why you have a basketball team of biracial children.
Come on.
Go on. We know, we get it. You hate yourself. We get it.
Right. Stealing them poor children's marrow and shit.
Why don't you have a baby with since y'all have such similar political views, why don't you have a baby with Amber? Oh, all that money done dried up. Mariah Carey's alimony done dried up. And so now
she was paying that man?
I'm sure she has more money than him.
Oh, hell no.
I'm not. That's probably not true. Let me not put that out there. But if he,
she had that man sign a prenup.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
she ain't dumb.
She married Nick Cannon. I never understood them together.
Nick Cannon back in the day.
But Mariah Carey is a diva. Like, Mariah Carey's on the same. I would put Mariah Carey in the same category as Shaka Khan.
She probably did settle. Like, she was like, you know what? He's a fine man. He got a little bit something for himself. He was doing wilding out. Like, he was.
He was also like at the chair of Nickelodeon, like the face of Nickelodeon. He didn't own.
Yeah,
it.
so he had his own stuff in motion. So it's not like Big Bank take Lil Bank, but it's not like I'm not like taking care of this dude. It's not like I'm dating a goddamn Dollar Tree cashier or some shit.
Girl, Chilli Mac.
Chilli
MAGA.
Not Chilli MAGA.
They are dragging her Indian looking ass. I don't have any clips of her.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I do. I'm gonna play a clip and we're gonna get into it.
Wired like that. That's just not who I am. And when it comes to organizations that I have donated to, these are the things that support the veterans. I have always supported them, not just now, but for years. This is not something new. So I just wanted to let you guys know, this from me, that I would never do anything so disrespectful, and I would just never. I'm just not about hate or anything like that. If you look on my page and see my posts, it's all about love, faith, and connection. That's what I'm all about, and I've always been that way, and I will continue to be just that way. So I just want to thank you guys for, your love and your support.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up, Chilli. You and that other seasoning, salt, pepper, Creole, Cajun blend. Shut up.
Not Cajun, but which one was it? Salt or pepper that said something?
Salt.
Oh, girl.
Pepper, Pepper's my girl. I think Pepper's Jamaican or of Jamaican descent. Pepper just be having a good time.
Girl, you ain't salt no more, honey. You Mrs. Dash. Nasty as hell.
I put that. No, I put accent. Not Miss Dash. I put accent seasoning in my food. That's what brings the flavor. Give me young hoes or nothing. You a young hoe. You don't know nothing about that accent. Listen,
yeah, I don't.
I know you don't. I know you don't. That's, my grandma taught me that trick.
I got me some seasoned salt though. Look.
Yeah. You gotta put the accent in there.
Chilli
Chilli Mac. Girl.
It's really, you didn't read the fine print. Clearly.
No.
But
you believe that shit? You think she was actually?
No, I don't believe that shit, because at the end of the day, when you are donating to Trump, and I said this on the show, when you are donating to Trump, that motherfucker's name is plastered all over the website, all over whatever you are like. The first thing you are donating, you know that you're donating to Trump, child. So
Sorry.
Come on, the fact that
who also makes donations. Once you donate to them, you give them your email address, your address, or whatever. They keep on sending you shit like, "Hey, thanks for your donation." This and the third. So it's gonna have like Trump's name and all of that shit that's for.
Yeah.
I think she was donating to Ted Cruz.
Yes. Consciously, honey. And for you to sit there and say, "Oh well," with the whole thing, because really this whole thing started because you reposted and liked a video that accused Michelle Obama of being a trans woman. That's how this whole shit got to start. And then you wanted to sit there and say, "Well, I'm kind of old, and not old, but I don't know this new stuff, and I accidentally reposted." Yeah, but you like several other Trump posts. So you just accidentally liking Trump posts?
Right. So in addition to the anti-black transphobic rhetoric towards Michelle, former Miss Lady, Michelle Obama, First Lady. I said Miss Lady. Former First Lady Michelle Obama.
Miss who?
Miss Lady. Former First Lady Michelle Obama. You was also liking Trump propaganda. You're a bigot, Chilli Mac. Just like the rest of these fucking bigots that we've been talking about.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, though, I know you had some dialogue and said, I feel like people are not coming for Nick Cannon as hard as they are with Chilli. I think the big difference is, at least Nick Cannon, as dumb as he is sticking by what he said. You are lying because you need ticket sales. And we know that you're lying. Like, it's one thing to have these views, fine, have them views. At the end of the day, most celebrities are Trump supporters. I believe most celebrities are really Trump supporters, or they either are, or they just don't give a fuck about what's going on in the world.
Like JayZ and Beyonce?
I'm going to tell you this. I don't know nothing about JayZ. I can't really tell. I don't know where he stands. I don't know. I really don't know. When it comes to Beyonce, there's two things. Three. She either is a Democrat and she really does, stray away from what her husband believed. She either don't give a fuck, or she's secretly a Trump supporter. I don't think that she is a Trump supporter. I think that she's more or less, maybe she doesn't give a fuck, and that she just, okay, Kamala paid me this money to do this little speech, so I'm gonna just do it. I think she don't give a fuck. I'd rather you not give a fuck and not say nothing and not engage than you actually being a supporter and you actually.
To me, you not giving a fuck, it's the same thing with them white women who be saying that their husbands are MAGA, but like I'm like, y'all are still in the same household, y'all represent each other, and so one of the people is voting for Trump and then the other one's voting for, voting Democrat. Like, no, I think it's a cop-out. I think it's just, I don't care. It speaks volumes to your household. I don't feel, you cannot convince me that it's the same thing with white women. You cannot tell me that you're married to a whole bigot, a whole Trump supporting ass bigot, but those bigoted views, you don't share the same bigoted views. Like, there has to be something about what they're saying and what they're supporting that you agree with. And I feel the same way with black women or with anybody. Like, if your husband is voting, and I think if your husband is MAGA or Republican, I think it's fair for me to assume that either you're MAGA or that you at least share some views with him. Either way, that whole, I don't care and this and the third, that's very convenient. And you need to care. Like, and it's like, well, what else are you willing to turn a blind eye to?
Well, we don't know exactly where Beyonce stands. I'm just making an observation.
We know where JayZ stands. JayZ is a Republican.
JayZ stands for money.
And that's where most of the Republicans is at.
I think that.
Come on, like, And we gonna get into it. I'm gonna play the clip real quick.
But can we really have a dialogue though? But like, let's be clear. Most and if not for racism, most niggas would be freaking Republican. Most black people are Republican.
No, they're not.
Okay. Or most black people have conservative views.
Okay, conservative. Like when we talk about conservative in regards to Republicans.
Maybe not in regards to Republicans, but like black people, a lot of black people do have a lot of conservative views. Like with certain ideologies, especially when it comes to others in communities and stuff like that, like very much conservative. And some people even say, if not for racism, you would see a lot more black people actually vote Republican.
Well,
if not for racism,
those black people are raccoons, and we can't eliminate the racism when it's clearly the elephant in the room. And you're right, there are a lot of black conservatives. There was a black conservative party in DC like a couple weeks ago. Like, yeah,
disgusting.
Disgusting. Let me stop. Let me play.
Almost as bad as I see black ice. Ugh.
Well, because then it's like, okay, because I'm like, so then do we feel the same way about black people who are in the military then? I'm just trying to figure out. Like,
no, I think that I think that there's a difference because ICE is that is a really untamed, unchecked group of people that are detaining people wrongfully and killing American citizens.
What you think the American U.S. military is doing?
Well, they not killing innocent civilians here.
Here, so it's okay. Here, so they do it over there.
I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just
saying, like, come on.
I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm just saying, like,
draw the line. Like, I'm like, if you honestly, like, to me, if you work for the FBI, if you a cop, you ICE, if you a military man, and to me, that's all under the same umbrella. That's all the same shit.
Okay.
That's my opinion, though. Not everybody agrees, and you don't have to. I'm gonna play this clip of JayZ real quick.
Like you said earlier, like the things that you do for the culture, the ways that you put on, the ways that you try to protect and move forward, but kind of the pushback that you get sometimes about like people throw capitalists at you in a derogatory sense.
Yeah, I think in that verse specifically, the only thing I heard coming up was the American dream until we started being successful. And it was like, wait a minute, you're selling out because you're making money. That was the first thing that was put on musicians. People had this law for the struggling artists. That's a mind game. What we would call back in the day for tricknology. It was like, no, I'm not going for that. Like, no, I make art first. And then I make sure that I'm compensated for my art. I didn't take advantage. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people. I didn't take no one. That's not my reputation. That's not what I do. I didn't get here by taking advantage of people or
if you got to say that like more than 2 times, you definitely took advantage of people.
You saw crack, nigga.
Like, not even just that. You dimed out people. You dimed out Dame Dash, and I don't even give a fuck about Dame Dash, but you did that. You did that shit with Colin. Yes, there was a business deal that went sour, and JayZ was able to profit off it. If you really want to get into it, and I know people call her crazy, but Nicki Minaj, that whole shit with Tidal, not even just Nicki, but like he screwed a lot of artists over with that Tidal situation that really didn't go nowhere. It wasn't a streaming platform that really did any damage. You get what I'm saying, to the music industry. Let's talk about how you signed a 10-year deal with Live Nation right after you got married, and that's all Beyonce did was tour.
And we can talk
toured
about
to death.
We can talk about Colin Kaepernick as well.
Colin Kaepernick, you wanted to help him get back on a team, get drafted. Whole time you got a job, and you said, "Oh, I think we're past kneeling." So my thing is like, you cannot sit there and make these blanket statements, but you can because you're having somebody that's not going to put you onto task. You had this young Gen Z, every bit of Gen Z journalist saying that air quotes.
Well, a blogger. Let's call it.
You literally were answering, as Jaguar said, you were answering the questions that you wrote for yourself.
Yeah.
You know, JayZ is full of shit now. Now we can have a conversation about he's like very talented lyricist. I respect his rap. But when it comes to him as a person, as a business mogul, and as just like, you know, when we're talking about morality, you're not a good person.
Yeah.
I would have just said nothing. I would have never did this interview.
Yeah, he's not. He's trash. But that's Beyonce's man, her man, and she's stuck right beside him.
Well, look,
he's screwing over half the people that you mentioned, especially with that title deal. Now, I'm just saying, like y'all like to pick and choose, and I don't understand why you act like that's not a reflection of her character.
Look, I critique JayZ. I ain't got nothing. Look. I think that they not. I don't think they getting along. I think that there is definitely a rift in that household.
Who gives a fuck? That's still her husband. That's still a part of her.
Tasha said it. Tasha said they got other houses that she be living in and child.
But she also said that Tasha also said that JayZ is broke, which I do believe. Mm-hmm.
I know that girl got separate accounts. Ain't no way in the world you did both of these damn tours and
no. Beyonce's dumb though. Like I'm sorry, she's a Southern black woman. Not to say that Southern black women are dumb, but they do go dumb for the dick. They do.
Not dumb for the dick.
They do. Like my man.
They both were seen without their rings though. I think something is going on, but obviously they can't fully go through with any type of a separation or a divorce. That would be freaking catastrophic for the both of them. I mean, like, could you imagine how that would even play out? Some people stay together, unfortunately, if you've been together for a long time and, you know, all the money's together, all this, all the assets, all this stuff, like, that's, you just can't up and be like, all right, I'm done with this person.
Well, yeah, look at Janet and Will.
Whew, child, they both struggling.
Yeah. They just think
I don't know. I think Beyonce wants out. I think she wants out, and
well, she's not woman enough to do it because she's a fucking. She's a little girl. Like even though she's a grown woman, she's very, she just seems like a little girl to me, like in spirit. Anyways, is there anything else? I think I talked about everything. Did I miss anything?
I think we talked about everything.
The only thing that we missing
was who? Look at the thumbnail so we're not missing nothing.
I think, yeah, we got everybody. The only thing that we're missing, I have, did you see this video of, what's her name, child? Angel Reese and Speedy.
Go ahead and play it, because I know exactly who that motherfucker is. Go ahead and play it.
So what's the timeline looking like on there?
I gotta meet my queen first. If you know someone, let me know.
I mean, I've tried.
With me?
To find you plenty of women.
Who?
Your expectations.
I don't remember you trying to find me one thing in life. When have you tried to find me a queen?
I don't want my friends or anybody that I know with the quality of a man like you sometimes.
Wow. I don't even know what you mean by that.
You
but
know,
I'm gonna
like,
take it as disrespect.
Do you know how like the theory of like the tennis bracelet theory?
I don't. Tell me about it.
So it's like you see a tennis bracelet, sometimes you see, or you're walking down the street, you might see a guy or girl with a chain on, a bracelet on, it's shining, can't see. But when you go up and touch it, it snaps in half. Because on the outside it looks great. But the inside, the quality just is not, it's not great.
You know what I took away from that? That on the outside you think I look great.
Was she reading him?
She's trying to. They're saying that the people are saying that she's trying to say that he's gay. I didn't get that.
Oh, I thought it was like, okay, you're the tennis bracelet that, you know, it may look good on the outside, but then when you get into it, like he's fake.
Yeah, that's what I took.
You interpret it as him being gay.
I didn't take it like that. I'm saying people are saying like the reason why the people are saying I took it like that. But people are saying the reason why Angel Reese, the reason why Speedy is so like hard to find or what, like it's so hard for him to find his queen is because he is a queen.
He's a homosexual. Yeah, no, I definitely now not because of this conversation, but there's definitely other occasions where I definitely feel like he could possibly be that. He is, and Well, Teddy's not here, so he is sassy as fuck. Okay, now it is. I'm the last person to say anything like this, but the fact that he got up there and he interviewed Ace from Love Island, because there was a whole drama with the Love Island people, and he got on that damn live talk about sometimes when people do interviews, sometimes the person that does those interviews know just a little bit more information than the viewers. I'm like, nigga, if you don't get your... Like, you sound like a freaking schoolgirl. That's like, ooh, I got the tea, and y'all think y'all know everything. Y'all think y'all know. Like, I talked to him behind closed doors. Okay, and what else you did behind closed doors?
I don't keep up with Speedy.
I don't like him. He gives me some type of discernment. Every time I see him on screen, he just get like. Almost like the same thing that Joe Budden said about J. Cole. It's just something about him is just unauthentic. And he almost seems kind of plant-like. Like, where did he even come from?
Joe Budden said that about Cole?
Oh, yeah, he did. Recently. Like, it's just something that he said something about him that just seems unauthentic. Like, he seems like he's reading off a script when he's doing his interviews.
He fooled me, but I guess y'all saw past it. I really love that man. I thought he was really like about something. But back to Speedy, girl. They saying that he's one of the girls, and that's why he can't find a girl. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that I haven't found the one yet. I haven't found the one. I don't think men should be judged, or it's really not just men too, because sometimes women will get that on them too. They're like, oh, you might be a lesbian because you ain't got no kids, this and the third. I don't think people should be judged in that way because they don't have kids.
I think that they'll be like, oh, you might be crazy or something is wrong. Like with Kenya Moore, when she was 40 plus before she had what's her name, the narrative was like, oh, but
sometimes women get the lesbo card though.
I've never heard.
Especially if they're like really, really close with their girlfriends, like,
like Jackie and Simone. Oh.
Yeah, like people said that about them.
I get that.
But they are married, but I'm married to their own husbands and stuff. But
gay people can be married to.
Not gay people can be married. Yeah, that's true.
Girl, that's all I got, honey.
Yeah.
Darren, tell people where they can find you.
You can find me at Darren Green TV, child. We just dropped an episode today. Okay, we talked about a lot of the topics that we talked about here, but a little bit some other topics as well. And, we're just going to be doing more video footage. Not video footage, honey. We're going to be doing more videos throughout the week, so just definitely follow me. We are almost at 10K. That is so crazy. Just keep it up, honey. Keep it up, honey. We need honey. Thank you. I got the frame for my little plaque that I'm trying to make, because YouTube ain't gonna give you a plaque till you get like 100 game.
Right. But
So
you can make your own plaque. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Y'all know where y'all can find me. I go live every Monday at 9:30 at Medusa Show Off on YouTube, at Medusa Show Off on Instagram, and at The Medusa Show on TikTok. You guys, thank you so much for tuning into this live. I really do appreciate it. I know it's late. Darren, thank you so much for joining the live. Love you so much. And we will be back tomorrow at 9:30. Union Part 2. And I will see you later. Good night. Make sure y'all give me a thumbs up. What happened?
Yes. Oh no, I was about to say, I'm like, were you going live again? But then I forgot we're doing the show.
Tomorrow.
We didn't even talk about Married to Medicine just a little, because sometimes we talk about it just a little bit. That damn Tiki, I cannot wait.
I can't wait either.
Do I have plans for him?
I have a clip, but
we're gonna be on your show.
I'm gonna just play it because
Listen, Quad got bigger balls than all of them. She was willing to leave her husband. She was willing to leave her husband and move on with her life. And that's something that they didn't have the chutzpah to do. Okay. We watched Simone and her husband Cecil have that breakdown live on the reunion. I believe it was season 6 or 7. One of them had that breakdown on the reunion stage, came back together. Beautiful moment. But Simone has been wanting to leave. She moved to the South House or the North House, whatever it was. She been wanting to get on down the road from Cecil. She alluded to it again this season. And I think that there's something in her and Toya that is jealous of Quad's quest for independence and her win at that quest, right?
No, wrong. I'm gonna say this. Simone, sure. If you want to say that Simone is jealous of Quad, especially with her doing all checking license plates and trying to figure out how she, paid, saying that she slept with her contractor and well, I'm on this show and I'm a doctor and I can't afford what you can afford. Okay, fine. But Toya, I can say wholeheartedly and confidently that there is nothing that Quad has that Toya won't. Toya has the lifestyle that she's always wanted. She got the man, she got the husband, she's a doctor's wife, she got the kids, and she ain't got to work and she ain't got to do shit. And she can spend up all his money. Like, that's the life that Toya has always wanted. And if anybody's jealous, I personally think that the girls are jealous of Toya, not the other way around. I think that about Heavenly. I think that about Quad. Well, not Quad. Heavenly, Contessa, all of them.
Contessa,
how you say it? Yeah, I'm sorry. They're not. And if anybody, them hoes is really jealous of, is Mariah Huck. Because Mariah Huck is everything that them hoes wish. Mariah Huck is the reason why we even know who these bitches are.
Yeah.
Thoughts, opinions?
I mean, I think that I definitely can see Simone being jealous of Quad, because Simone definitely, she will always, at the end of the day, put some type of jabs and always, and you know what, her hanging around with Kent, actually no, that was actually Toya.
It was Simone too.
It was Simone too?
Yeah.
But you just real mixy with my ops.
Simone and Toya.
Yeah,
Toya's just messy. That's just that's her MO.
I feel like Toya is just messy, but with Simone, it really could be some vendetta. It's just like you got divorced and you saw this man marry this woman and you're still freaking around. You're still vibrant and still doing what needs to be done. Yeah. Maybe you should try.
Yeah.
And you'll live a better day, because that shit that we saw, you freaking lied. There's certain boundaries that we're putting in place for the kid. You ain't putting no goddamn boundaries. You gave the motherfucker a Tesla.
And why you got us thinking that the man don't work? I mean, if he got so many jobs, then why can't he pay for his kids to go to college the second round?
Because he told her, you need to make this shit right, because you having me out here looking like a bum. And what did you do? I sat up there and lied on stage.
You think he don't have 2 jobs? You think she lying?
I think she lying. I think he lying. I think they all lying. And I think that she's working her ass off to pay for her 3 children. Cecil is her first child.
Oh, child.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we gotta go.
Yeah, because I'm getting tired, honey. I gotta go to bed. Honey, I gotta go to work. Yeah.
Okay. All right, y'all. We go live tomorrow at 9:30. See you soon. Bye, y'all.
Hello, my beautiful stones and gems. Welcome to the Medusa show. Hi.